They could do a lot of damage with the bundle. Come on, St. Gloriana. Wait. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and today I am casting a 4v4 on the map General Mud. We don't get many General Mud replays, so very interesting to see how this game goes. We got Shotgun Cassidy, good name. St. Gloriana's Girls College, great name. I think it's a horror movie reference, I could be wrong. Pure Projectile, I'll say green. Fantango, Kaiser Carl, Plant Nugget, and Abo Foz. All, except Abo Foz, all pretty good names. All pretty good names. Oh, boys. Yeah, so I'll probably say St. Gloriana when referring to that player. But hey, if you want to submit a replay, submit it down below. And include, of course, your name, which hopefully it's pronounceable, as these ones are. Make sure that, of course, has the replay itself and a short description on Discord and or Gmail, so that way I know what the game is about. And I can give you a shout out, which I will do at the end of the game to show who submitted this replay. Anyway, we got ourselves a Brit, an American, another American, and a Soviet versing, what? 2 OKW and 2 Austere. Already German mechanized is possibly going to be coming onto the field, as well as elite armored. So maybe a Sturm Tiger. Anyway, looks like on the far left, we do have confrontation brewing. Because, again, German forces already got the VP. They're going to take the fuel. They got this other position. So they're already in a really good position on the left. Rashlan's on standby. We have a lot of American forces trying to come on over. Mostly Pathfinders, which is double airborne. Interesting enough. Pathfinders moving in, but they should be shredded by the Kubel from long range. And if they get closer, Stern Pioneer will do some work. Let's see. Yeah, Rashlan walked into the MG. Met a... What the hell? Like, I think there was a hair or something that was floating and just got it, because my entire face is now reacting as if something's on it. Ugh. Anyway, Stern Pioneer gets absolutely wrecked. Luckily, he didn't have all Pathfinders and hit the retreat path. So, one unit goes down. The Kubel backed up to get the hell out of dodge from the amount of infantry hitting the flank. And now this gentleman is having a double MG defense by the fuel. Pretty smart, because again, even with all that infantry, 2 MG should be more than enough to hold him back. Or at the very least, keep suppressing them. Anyway. We have an MG on the far right with just duking out between each other. Both in green cover. Should be fun. Wait, St. Gloriana is from Girls New Panzer. Wait, what? Is that true? Is that Girls New Panzer reference? That's nice. Well, Universal Carrier just burning down the building. Very nice. MG being driven away. Stern Pioneers being burned. Engineers pulling back for safety. Hopefully Universal Carrier keep providing that fire support. Great job by the Kaiser Karl for bringing that in. Also, Assault Officer coming on in. Oh, Shreds, thank you very much for the sub. The Saint is censored. Okay, good to know. That probably makes sense, given Girls Zoom Panzer. Infantry section now have to contend with a 221. It's not an autocannon, but the MG is still quite potent against infantry. And it looks like all the Axis forces in the region are now gaining the upper hand. Assault Officer coming on in. God, something is making me just want to sneeze. Probably the amount of allies just being absolutely clobbered on this front. Looks like the Riflemen were able to break up one MG. Actually, both MGs. So, looks like they were able to just completely flank it. But Grenadiers moving on in. If they combine their forces, they might have enough. They really need the Kubel back up to operational status. But I think the Allies should hold it for a time. I do apologize. I should have checked to see. They probably did a very smart thing of flanking this way and flanking from all directions. So the MGs weren't prepared for a flank on one angle, and that just broke them. So that's cool. Conscripts coming on in. 221 is pulling back. Doesn't want to be AT grenaded. He does have AT grenades. It's not a fake. Twitch takes St. Gloriana to a spam. I don't get the reference, but okay. Again, actually, I tried to watch Girls in Panzer. I couldn't get into it. I could not. One sec. Sorry. Anyway, I could not watch Girls Zoom Panzer. It just, I don't know. I know I should. I know a lot of people recommend it. It's just one of those shows that maybe I need to watch it in a different mindset. But after watching something like Attack on Titan or ReZero or even Agresco or I'm trying to think of other names. Shoot. Nice AT grenade. Like a lot of other shows, I don't prefer like a pure comedy. I prefer just something with it. And I just couldn't grasp onto a bunch of middle schoolers driving tanks. I'm sorry. But whatever. Volk squad's being torn apart. At least the defensive line by the Axis are over here. Pathfinder's being suppressed. One squad sent back. It looks like the Allies probably can't sustain this like coordinated effort to contain the Axis. But at the very least, every delaying effort is doing a good job because resource-wise, it's even. And right now, VP-wise, more importantly, it's against the Axis. So that's good. But anyway, we have also an ambulance on the front, reinforcing, so that's good. Don't put Attack on Titan in the same vein as Girls Zoom Pouncer. I'm gonna put it, like, under anime, right? Anime that I can watch and binge. I can easily do that with Attack on Titan or other shows, but I can't do that with Girls Zoom Panzer. Even though the action I've seen in Girls Zoom Panzer is not bad for CGI, it's pretty good, but still, it's something where I'm like, I just can't get invested. And this is someone who watched Recreators, and also, like, what else? Like, One Punch Man, other things like that. Like, maybe not the highest tier of anime, especially, like, Season 2 of One Punch Man, but still, it's something. Anyway, good rifle grenades, good MG and everything is suppressing a lot of the Allied force in this region, just chaining them. So Abo Faz is having a real rough time. Again, his ally Fantango, he has an AT gun on standby, so if there is well, any additional Axis armor, they should be they should be covered. But at this point, the ambulance is, I think, in a position where you want to start pulling it back. It's a meme anime. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's hard for me to watch some of those, just in general. Like, again, I also say the same thing about American comedies. There's very few American comedies I can watch. Like, I couldn't get into Parks and Rec. I'll probably try that again sometime. Like, it's hard for me to get into certain like, I couldn't get into the Community. But then, like, The Office, I have no idea why, but I was actually invested in the characters of The Office, as stupid as that sounds. So, and also The Good Place, but The Good Place is probably the best. I need something. Then The Good Place was 100% that. So it's probably, that's like the best pinnacle of The Good Place being a comedy that I can watch. But anyway, let's get into this. AT gun opening fire on the half track. Did get a connect shot on, but the something blocked it over here. Unfortunately, unable to get a second shot. Germans slowly pressing on this area, getting back the fuel. Now in position to grab the VP and another capture point, which would turn the tide really in their favor with resources. They also managed to grab the munition point, as well as on the right, Allied forces are counterattacking, but they're still holding out decently well. Armor-piercing rounds would be great for green to use. Also, Shrek team coming on in, so half-track going to be in harm's way. There's the armor-piercing rounds I wanted. Wearing him down even more. Very low on health. Half-track barely gets out. Plant Nugget. Still some troops coming in, and a Molotov being thrown into the building. Volk squad needs to get out. Alright. Very cool to see. 221 and 222 actually wearing down the conscripts, but again, haven't these conscripts killed? That's their second 221 and 222 they've killed. So, really good job. MG's still there. Again, they still have this capture point, which is better than the other side. But right now, just for reference, the Axis are getting 45 fuel per turn. That's really bad. That's fucking terrible. Armor-piercing rounds kills the half-track, although this will probably need to retreat. Fallschirmjäger's coming on in thanks to Saint Gloriana. Hopefully trying to keep the Allies at bay. Allied mortar actually causing some friendly fire damage. And Pathfinder's going to be murdered here by the Fallschirmjägers. Again, good job, good counterattack. I will say as a detriment, he did place his medical back at base. I don't know if this was because they initially got pushed out, but I think that's a bad idea. This map is so wide open that you probably do want to move it up. And a good spot to move it is like back here. That way the forest kind of protects you from sight. But at least it's closer. Fallschirmjäger is advancing with a half-track, providing some support. Though a T-gun is there, I think it should be able to hit it. Though the bush might stop him. Although Fallschirmjägers can also kill it. That's also a good way. Up, being suppressed, may not be able to. He's gonna stop. AT gun misses somehow, not sure. And can we kill it before it dies? Half track? Nope, he's gonna shoot something else. Goodbye. Looks like that one was not on their highly decorated list of children. Sorry, St. Gloriana, but your professional soldiers are not cutting out as well as you might have thought. Anyway, they're gonna pull back and take this position. Reinforce here. We also have the 223 now getting resources, so that's 51 fuel per turn. Chat, I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprised we're not gonna see a Panther in like a next minute. It's most likely because he mass-produced Volk squads, but dear lord, they can get anything honestly. British counterattack is going decently well, but they're in decent cover. Universal Carrier got driven back. Mortar fires coming on in, pack gun, additional reinforcements. Sure, the Axis are losing a little bit, but quickly gaining back munitions. They should be able to take this back here. My assumption would be in the next, like, probably minute or two. Great shot with the pack gun and Universal Carrier. He may not be able to retreat in time. Nope. The area actually took the shot, and good bundle. Sorry, the Gammon bomb knocks out the pack gun. Infantry section are being driven back. AC as well being driven back. On the right, they're still holding on to this territory. The Soviets have a small defensive line here, but again, not too much on the grand scale of things. Plant Nugget went Soviet industry. And we also have Vanguard, so Croc. But on the flip side, we have what? Fallschirmjäger, and then, yeah, the German mechanized and lead armored. So a good selection, I would say. Big old blob of forces right here. Fallschirmjäger's in good cover with an MG, so hopefully they can stop down its tracks. But with the MG down, this blob's staying straight for him. Oh, MG's right here. Suppress. And the other MG's there. This blob is absolutely going to be suppressed. Hell, armor-piercing round. Oh, we can't use it anymore. Damn it. They could do a lot of damage with the bundle. Come on, St. Gloriana. Wait. Great hit with it. All right. That's one of their top, I guess, women Fallschirmjägers. Great job with the bundle. So, yeah, so that female fighting Fallschirmjäger threw a fantastic bundle, which, helped wear down that blob. So, yeah, Abo, maybe separate your forces a little bit. Maybe. But anyway, mortars capturing the territory. We have some forces, looks like they're in a good position to grab mid. Allies did retake this territory, so that's good, but Command Panzer on the right, again, 54 fuel per turn, 56 munitions. Allies getting 16. It's not looking good for the Allies right now. They do have a glider, so they do have like a reinforced point, and it looks like they did get commandos. They do have some solid infantry units from the British perspective. AC actually could go toe-to-toe with that command vehicle. Depending. It really depends on how effective they use it. No, it's just weird. It's DJF, it's like, okay, if I'm gonna go through this joke, it's like, alright, I guess I'll have to say a female fighting Fallschirmjäger, and just like that tongue twister actually kind of just stopped me for a second. I'm terrible at tongue twisters. I can't do the Sally, the seashore one. I just can't. I just start slurring. It's really bad. Anyway, smoke comes down. Great use from the royal the assault officer. Universal Carrier getting point blank, blasting using direct fire. Unfortunately, so is the vehicle, but so is the AC. And Universal Carrier is backing up. Pack gun can't shoot because of the smoke. Commandos coming on in clutch, throwing a Gammon bomb onto the pack gun. AEC trying to kill the command tank. Again, trying to find safety with the command panzer. I don't think he will. It is blasting the AC, but I think he might be able to kill it. It bounces. Oh no! Smoke's fired or come down, and he gets the shot. Very lucky, but Kaiser Karl, a fantastic AEC battle and knocking out a very important unit. Now, Axis have a ton of fuel, but still, it's a very good unit to knock out early on. Armor-wise, we have a new Panzer IV coming out, OKW variant. Shotgun Cassidy is yet to get anything, which again is weird, given we have 378 fuel from these guys. It is so weird that the Axis have not deployed more armor. It's 15 minutes in, and they all have 300 fuel almost apiece, except... Alright, Pure Projectile has something. Allies getting a mortar carriage. We have a T-34 by Plant Nugget on the field. Kaiser Karl has the AEC, and Fantango has a Sherman. Also, he has... he's like scrapped his entire army, has gone with paratroopers. So he's hoping these paratroopers will be enough to turn the tide. Will it? Probably not. Because again, we have Fallschirmjägers, MGs, everything else. So I think the airborne troops dug in the cover will do pretty well. Oh no, I know that, Jacko. By the way, there's like the Night Witches, which are the Soviet like female fighters, which were given like shit equipment, but did some amazing raids with it. Highly recommend to look it up. Also a great Sabaton song, I believe. Yeah, Sabaton, Night Witches, yeah. Anyway, looks like paratrooper, the smoke was used to good effectiveness, although it's cutting off some men. It's still enough to at least win one battle, and at least for the airborne to at least take this over. So each side can technically claim a small little victory there. Mortar carriage is helping to break up a lot of the Axis lines, and they don't have like a bunker or anything. They have some MGs and more Fallschirmjägers coming in, but no AT to speak of. Again, St. Gloriana, if you are indeed a school that's meant for pumping out, you know, people who are tank commanders, I'm waiting to see this tank commander, because so far I got squad, especially because you have all the buildings. So I'm assuming you're waiting for a king, but then you deploy the Fallschirmjäger squad, which kind of delayed the King Tiger quite a bit. Let's see. Mortar carriage is coming out. Oh no, I don't. Especially in like, that's why it's like Joaco. That's why when people got like visibly upset with the whole like, what was it? What you could pick your own. What's it called? You can customize your character in, was it Battlefield 5 to be whatever you want? I'm like, what is the big deal here? You're playing a World War II game for multiplayer. The single player stuff you can criticize them for. A lot of those single player campaigns suck, but the multiplayer, it's like you can customize your own character. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, Battlefield 5 had a lot of other problems than that. Like, not having to wait for an expansion to get some basic features. Those still more than Battlefield 2042. Way more. Again, Volk Squad needs to worry about commandos hiding in the brush. Left-hand side, Allied forces, combined with some elite infantry, mortar carriages, Sherman, are dealing heavy blows to the Fallschirmjägers. Panther, finally we have something on this side. Johnny saying chat being hella weird. Yeah, I agree. Also, Hawaii, thank you for pointing out some weird floats. I agree. Again, 600 munitions for this player who, again, is a little weird because we haven't really seen that much recon. Solid AT force holding back the Panther. Let's see, who else is here? Yeah, but Abo, like you can upgrade your rifleman with bars. You just don't have the, you're not doing it for some reason. Tons of fuel. Hopefully we get a King Tiger. There we go, King Tiger. Fallschirmjäger just died to the paratroopers. Again, charging into guys with LMGs may not be the smartest move. Slowly wearing down the Axis lines, but the Axis are still doing everything in their power. Fighting behind the dead carcass. They're hoping that will be enough to hold back the paratroopers, but it doesn't seem like it. It looks like there's, oh good, come on, grenade. Oh, not much damage. But it looks like the firepower from those LMGs are just smashing them. On the right, Allied counterattacks are also taking territory. VPs, the fuel. driving the Axis further and further back. Again, weird they are going with medium armor. Although, finally, a Panther on the field. That's good. Holding back the T-34. Caches are going down thanks to the Allies. Lots of repair stations, which is really good. King Tiger finally on the field. A little bit late, which is weird. Holy shit. Alright, well, those men got blasted. They disappeared before your very eyes. My grandmother was My grandmother was in the 69th Infantry Regiment of the USSR. Here's my problem with that. I 100% believe that, you know, you could have people in the Soviet Army. I press doubt because 69th. Nice. That's the part of the story I don't believe. It's the 69. King Tiger being hit by Allied air support. Again, airborne, comes with P-47s. And also an AT gun that's chasing right behind the King. We have smoke going out to cover its retreat. Good shot, by the way, with the additional rounds. It looks like on both sides, Axis forces are being driven further and further back, which is good to see. Fallschirmjäger's coming on in. Airborne still hitting the King Tiger, getting some great shots in. Not a lot of AA on the Axis side, at least on that theater. Brumbar, okay, that's some better anti-armor, or anti-infantry forces. Grenadiers and Panzergrenadiers holding back the Soviets. They still have a T-34, but the bigger contribution is the amount of repair stations they have to help out. Wait, do we have additional armor? Oh, he's saving up for a Churchill, I bet. I would assume Kaiser's saving up for a Churchill. But we'll see. Big armor thrust coming in along the right. A lot of look at all the armor. Brumbar, Command Panzer, Command Tank, Panzer IV, Panzer IV. It is not looking good for the Soviets in this section and the Brits because they do not have a ton of AT against all that armor. So finally, my grandma was actually the person you know, sniper and information specialist. Oh, Tadhouse is asking where are the nukes. Fortunately, no nukes in this game. Although you can definitely go nuclear with some options like sector artillery, massive air campaigns and strikes, stuff like that. Just really bomb the enemy into submission. Not quite the same scale, but it can definitely do as much damage. Now, all this armor, this poor AEC, you're not going to win. Oh, T-34, you're also... Call in the air support! We need a lot of air support on our side. Like, literally. Oh, AT grenade can kill this Brumbar. Come on, baby! Yes! AT grenade knocks out the unit. Strike coming in over here. What is that going to be? Oh, that's a... Yeah, artillery from the armor. Very cool to see. Forward position knocked out. AT grenades being thrown from the conscripts. One 6-pounder trying to assist. But again, massive damage has been dealt to the Soviets and Brits on this side. If the Germans can send up infantry, then maybe they can grab this additional territory. But they also need to watch out for commandos and assault officer that is Vet 3 with 22 kills under its belt. So, yeah. They need to worry. S-25 coming on in, hoping to pick off some of the retreating German forces, which they seem to be okay. This Panther's very low, needs repairs, but it will escape. This Panzer IV may not be so lucky, thanks to 2 decent amounts of AT, including a Vet 3 6-pounder, which gets all sorts of nice buffs. Stern Pioneer should probably go in and Shrek that guy, but at least the Panzer IV does get out along with the other Command Panzer. That Command Panzer's defense is really, really helping out keeping the units alive. That said, the infantry might not be in the best situation being hit by commandos and assault officer. It will probably die on retreat if I had to guess. Yeah, there it goes. King Tigers duking out on the left. Looks like some plane crashes happened. But Airborne is still launching attacks. Again, Fantango called in more. Jackson trying to stop and kill that King. Rickenruffer can't finish the final shot. Fallschirmjäger is no longer a foul, so don't expect him to. Jackson gets another shot. Come on, AT gun. Fire! Nope. Air support and Jackson both help kill that King. Don't worry, St. Gloriana has plenty of fuel, just no manpower. She's lost all of her students. Some of them are still alive, some have decent veterancy, but yeah, the armor variant, not going well. Oh, okay. Draco, apologies. I guess that was real. Sorry, anytime someone says 69, I always press doubt in chat. I'm sorry. Just force of habit. AEC is on the front and going after the Axis units in the back, repairing. Okay. They did kill the Panzer IV on this front, so that's good. Su-85 still alive, and among else, at least they're holding. Weird that Kaiser has not deployed any armor. Has he deployed armor? No, he's not deployed a single armored unit. Is Kaiser Karl, here's the thing. You need armor to win games, typically. But he's showing that, nah, I guess you don't need to. AEC will do quite nicely and cause havoc for him. Now, VP-wise, it's going against the Axis right now. Axis have been completely shut out thanks to Allied forces. Paratroopers showing work. Bet Johnny's happy with this right now if he's watching. But just shredding the Fallschirmjägers and the Volk squads. AT gun at least holds back the Sherman. Grenades being thrown. Fallschirmjägers at least don't take too much damage. But at least one of the paratroopers did die to combine effort. So it looks like they focus fired on it. Can they finish it off? That's the question. Well, no, because the AT gun was knocked out. But paratrooper squad also very low in retreat. Is that an LMG? I think it is, right? Yeah, it is an LMG. Fallschirmjäger, can you pick that? Oh, we can't pick it up because he probably is full on equipment. No ISU, not happy. Oh, okay. Well, airborne's helping make sure there's no enemy armor in this section. Mortar carriages coming in to break this concrete bunker, which I'm assuming they're either trying to upgrade it or make it a reinforce. Oh, no, it was repairs. Great Werfer, by the way. Help wear down those squads. Panther coming in, hoping to kill these mortar carriages. They're getting out. No, they got back in. Okay. We have lots of artillery, but only a couple kills so far. Keeping an eye on them. Jackson coming over to assist. Hurts the Panther, but also stopping the mortar carriages. Air support comes on in. Drives the Panthers away. Again, good use of air support and AT. At least helping keep this battle more fair for the Axis. Smoke comes down, but again, Jackson's still giving chase. Panther thinks he's in the clear. Jackson's like, nah, I'm coming after you. And yeah, Panther is trying to blitz away, but yeah, he lost that. So Jackson should be able to hit him and most likely connect. And yeah, he's dead. Was that Tally saying hi? No, Tally's off in the distance right now. She's on the other side of the room. Right-hand side, we do have a SturmTiger that looks like got some kills at the very least. They're taking over another VP, so at least they're stopping the bleed for right now. Command tank coming on in, actually better against infantry than the Panther. Panther hopefully can focus on the half-track and the Su-85, although AT gun's still there, focusing on the unit that's, you know, keeping all the armor in a better defensive state. With it dead, armor and infantry can now take a lot more damage, hopefully allowing the Firefly to kill this thing. Come on, Firefly, you can do it. SturmTiger could fire, but there's a lot of infantry right here and armor. Luckily, Firefly missed. King, he needs some support. Can you send your allies some? No, you're gonna keep going away. Okay. Well, your ally just lost the Panther. I love the 6-pounder just doing twirls right here. It's like, oh, sure. Another one bites dust. On the far left, mortar carriages and Jackson support continue to drive the enemy away. While Werfer does get some good hits against the paratroopers. They're still alive, retreating. And looks like the Axis defensive line is being completely flanked. I love the mortar carriages just coming in, just wearing down the force. It's great. Paratroopers doing the best they can. But, yeah, Volk squad now coming on in. No AT, though. So, yeah, it's going to die thanks to all the armor. Like, I'm trying to see if there's any AT the Germans have. No, they have not. They're going to Faust, I think. No, they're not. They're just going to leave. And the LEFHs are trying to provide, they're trying to hit the enemy armor and such. And they're getting a couple kills, so I'll give credit there. But they're kind of too scattered, and they're not doing enough damage to really turn the tide of armor in any meaningful way. Allied forces are pushing back. I like how he's upgraded his men. Double Su-85s as well, so plenty of AT. SturmTiger looks like it missed a shot. Maybe did a little health damage, if anything. Abo and Plant have 80. Let's see, that's a little down. So I would say probably mid to upper 60s. I would say it's where the enemy, the allies are right now. Axis are in the, again, mid to upper 60s. So it's really just kind of focusing their efforts. Good coordinated fire by the tank destroyers, push back the armor. But some AT drives the Su-85s back. Luckily, commandos keep them at bay, allowing the AT to continue to wear down the armor. Gammon bomb is thrown. That does some against AT and the Stern Pioneer squad. Make him vet 3, which will allow him to retreat with smoke, which is cool. All the AT is now hitting that Brumbar. That Brumbar needs to worry, really. And get the hell out of Dodge. Or not, just stay there. Now, the Tiger does have heat rounds, which is very effective at increasing the damage done against armor. But there's so much AT here, it's just not going to matter. Sturm, if you charge that line, you will die. Let's be very clear and reiterate, if you charge, you will die. At least you got a little health damage, that's great. But, yeah, it's AT gun and Firefly might kill him. Let's see. Very low. Firefly does not get the kill on it, but again, Storm Tiger is extremely low. On the left, again, Fallschirmjägers holding the line, definitely killing the paratroopers. Fantango needs to work on preservation. I've been noticing that a lot of dead paratroopers. This paratrooper squad lived. Jackson died, however. Air support coming on in, pushing back the Jagdpanzer. The last major defensive line over here seems to be doing okay for the Axis. They're losing some parts, but holding others. The big old blob is where they're succeeding. Mortar carriages can do a lot of work against that, but we'll see. Jackson trying to hold back the Panther. Really needs additional AT. Luckily, there's an M1 right there, so yeah, you have that. So let's see. Sherman coming on in. Can we get a penetrating shot with the Sherman? Yes, we do. Sherman pens. And Fallschirmjägers have no AT, so Sherman can sit back, relax, and just use high explosive rounds to deal with the threat. It's like, oh, you think you're clever. Oh, you think you can hurt me. Good luck. You had your Faust taken away from you many, many patches ago. Alright, paratroopers and air support knock out a Panzerwerfer that was stuck on the front. Axes have been driven back to their base in many aspects. Now the Allies have the fuel advantage. Again, I have to say this is probably the biggest letdown for the Axis because they had so much fuel early on. If they capitalized on it, if they actually got the armor advantage quickly and effectively, they could have driven the Allies back. But they didn't. They waited either for King Tigers, which even then took way too long because of manpower. Yeah, it was a situation where they could have done a lot better. There's still time. We can see here they're trying to move in, do some damage. You got some nice bundle grenades. Maybe a good, you know, a smoke grenade. It's the German white phosphorus equivalent. Could do some work, but I don't know. Paratrooper throwing grenade, way off. But at least they're grabbing the territory. Jagdpanzer's moving on in. Trying to grab mid. But again, the British forces are still harassing them. And oh, Croc's on the field. Okay. That'll burn up any German infantry that comes into the center of town. Jagdpanzer's advancing. Again, Croc might have to worry about that because it seems like they might be trying to focus on one area. If they focus in one area and really coordinate, that could work. Air support, etc. Katushaing the mortar in mid. They're trying to stop the decap. King Tiger advancing. Sturm Tiger trying to fire. Misses. Well, it doesn't miss. It stuns the Croc and hurts the Royal Engineer. No wipes, though. That's for sure. King Tiger really low on health. Su-85 just wearing it down. That's where you need really good air support. Or, you know, AT. Speaking of air support. Wait, why aren't they shooting? I was expecting lots of rockets. Why aren't I getting lots of rockets? I guess they didn't see the Stuka or the Sturm Tiger to really focus their attention. I don't know, that's weird. But yeah, VP-wise, it's not looking good for the Axis. They are severely down. On the left-hand side, we have a Panther and stuff charging. Air support coming on in. Jagdpanzer's not really helping the right. They're now switching over to the left. Kind of a I wouldn't say mistake, but it's like, help one or the other. Don't do this like half-ass thing, right? Because now this Panther's just being overwhelmed. They did kill Jackson, but like, why are you charging with a Stuka? Oh, good air support, knocked out another Jackson. Per projectile's like, end it. Kill me. They're still holding quite well over there. But lots of allied forces on the left side falling, but there's still more Jacksons. Jagdpanzer's being completely flanked. AT gun destroyed. Fallschirmjäger's trying to come in for a last-ditch effort. Air support helping to kill it. They got to, again, Jagdpanzer trying. Can they kill at least one? They got another Jackson. No more air support. Pure projectiles just done. Which sucks, because this guy's giving everything he has to try to take this position. He's losing most of it, but he's trying, ladies and gentlemen. He's trying. Let's see. Paratrooper trying to hold out. He's doing the best. Well, there he goes again. Trying to work on preservation. But, again, they should easily be able to take that position with the mortar. Sherman's giving chase on the retreat. And the Axis surrender. A nice, good game. Definitely shows a player dropped. I think we can fast forward. DJF, again, there was a previous game a guy dropped, and the Allies actually started winning in a major way. But, yeah, good job with the Fallschirmjägers. And again, at least you survived longer than Fantango. Fantango, I will say this, very nice job with the kill rate. I like the number. But, also, Fantango, thank you for submitting this replay. Top damage, though, goes to to Kaiser Karl, as well as the damage. Sorry, as well as the kills. My God. KD as well. Holy shit. It's good KD. What's the playtime for these guys? Alright, so yeah, he has the most playtime. That kind of matches. And yeah, the kind of matches on the Axis side, too. With St. Gloriana, 37k damage and 169 infantry. 169 kills. Nice. But yeah, this is a game where the Axis could have easily gotten more armor in early game with fuel. They put a lot more in manpower, which is fine, but I think armor would have really helped out. Again, kind of a critical juncture point where it's like, as soon as you start having all this fuel that you can't use, and the Allies can then use theirs, you saw that like balance shift. Because again, I think the command tank would not have died if you had additional armor support. So yeah. Some preservation issues on the Allied side, though a great counterattack, at least in my opinion, by the, Kaiser Karl and the Soviet. Like, Soviet's AT force were pretty solid, even though they didn't get that many kills. But overall, yeah, solid game. I think also a little more coordination by the Axis if they really started to lose this, and combining their airstrikes, stuff like that, into one side really would have helped hold. But hey, what do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. This has been Greyshot. Oh, let me check the MVPs. Fallschirmjägers, alright, that makes sense. Pure projectile was the Panzer IV. Green was the Panther. Shotgun Cassidy was another Panther, did okay. Abba was an AT gun that actually was decently solid. Although I think a lot of Jacksons died. S-85, decent damage right there, no losses, excellent job there. Kaiser Karl, 18k with that 6-pounder that could. That 6-pounder that absolutely could. Fantango, again, paratroopers, 82 kills, but definitely lost a number of them. Actually, hold on. Yeah, Fallschirmjäger still did better. Fallschirmjäger, oh wait, no, damage-wise, paratroopers did more. I know, Tally. Alright, but anyway, guys, this was it. Thank you all for watching. This is Greyshot17 casting on the replay, reminding you to submit your own to my links down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Hello everyone, before y'all go, you can check out more content above, you can subscribe, and you can hear as I talk about some amazing people who support me on Patreon, which include Folkvard, Aphyria, Joey G240, Milam, Ace, ShinobiWarrior, PyroShark, XSomeToolx, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support. You literally help this channel keep on growing, so thank you. If you want to support the channel, again, check out some of the stuff I mentioned. Otherwise, I'll see all of you next time.